Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's me, Waldo 2413, back with another live video. Haven't done a live in a while, so hopefully we get some people on here, and hopefully we get some good content conversations going. So once we get some people on here, hopefully my mic levels are good. Hey, how's it going? Is my mic levels fine? Can you hear me good and clear out there, guys? All the people watching? If so, let me know. Give me like a thumbs up, something. Yes, no, maybe so. Today is Saturday, guys. Been working a lot on a bunch of different projects past few weeks. Trying to get some of it edited into videos so you guys can see it. Hey, the print house, how's it going? My level's good. Seems like right now you're the only one on. I've been trying to plan to do a live, but kind of keeps falling by the wayside. So, but I'm on here now. So how's things up in Chicago? I know today our weather was miserable. Humidity was miserable. Temp and all that was miserable. So it was not fun. I throw on one of my caps to kind of hopefully knock down some of the glare. I'm the only one who got the invite. Yeah, apparently. I did the live thing, but apparently, I don't know. I'm looking at my counter too, the print house, and I'm only seeing the ones. Normally more pop on. Today's not too bad, but been humid. Yeah, our humidity, we were up there today. It was pretty miserable. And we're supposed to be getting rain tomorrow and the next day, so hopefully that goes better. We really need some more. We're in a drought here. And I do got something to show you, the print house. I'll show other people, I guess, if they do come on. This was the product that I had created. I missed the deadline for 4th of July. Of course, I don't use, as you know, I use outsource on a lot of the stuff. And it got a little behind getting everything done up. But the product came out great. I've got two different styles. I only got the one here. But it is a jersey. That's the front. That's the back. But in the jersey, what I did in the Statue of Liberty, there's a pouch here. So technically, you can put a beer, a koozie, anything you want in it. It's designed to hold it. And this is one of them tall 20-ounce tumblers. So if you put like a normal beer or whatever in there, or a glass bottle, it fits in there perfect. So we made a bunch of them. Like I said, this is the one that they sent where they were making sure everything was right. So I had this one here to show. Like I said, the pouch is sewn great. Like the cut sew on it, you can see the pouch lines up perfect. If you look at the Statue of Liberty's arm, I actually had her tattooed. So it says America on it, just for fun. And then the other one, let me find the photo. I'll show you what the other one looks like. The other one does say hell yeah on it. Let me pull it up. This is the front and back of the other one. Right there. So we've got the bald eagles flying on the front and the back of the other one. With the hell yeah one, I don't really know who owns the, because I didn't do, I put the whole yeah on it. So I don't know if that one's trademarked or not. If it is, we'll deal with it. I'm sure I'll get something sent to me. But them are the two that we have made. They both got the pouch, the beer pouch in them. So technically, I mean, you can put anything in them, but they're big enough to hold a beer or anything like that. And like I said, this is one of the jerseys. It's pretty heavy built. It's collared out. It's pretty nice. Something I drew up the artwork, created the design and all that. Used some basic fonts, just some fun stuff to mess with. I created it a while back. Texas Q, how's it going, Texas Q? But yeah, I created that a while back, and literally they were supposed to have had all my shipment here before the 4th of July. So we were going to do a big drop. Thanks a lot, Texas Q. I've got, like I said, this is the one. If you're just getting here, Texas Q, it is actually a jersey. That's the front. But if you look close, there's a pouch. And the pouch is designed, you can put whatever you want in it, but and there's the back. The targeted price we're going to be selling them for is right around $25 plus shipping. It was something, like I said, I created. We got the margins good. Doing well, sir. Just busy. Yeah, that's the thing. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to do a live in a while. I've been printing stuff left and right. Orders going out the door, working on a lot of stuff. Like I said, this was something I worked on in the back end where I couldn't show anyone until we had everything done. And like I said, I got the samples in right before 4th of July. Got to show off my guns. Yeah, this shirts are for the gun shows. I'll probably do a t-shirt maybe with it too. Like I said, it was just designed. Like I said, it's pretty. Honestly, it's a basic design. Like I said, the pocket's made big enough where you can actually put stuff in, like a beer or whatever, and it will. And this is full right now, so it's definitely weighing it down. But you can actually, it will hold the koozie, whatever you want to put in it. It's tall enough; it ain't gonna dump over or anything. But yeah, we got that design, Texas Q, the Statue of Liberty one. And then we have, let me pull it back up. We've got the eagles, the bald eagles flying on the other one. And this is the other one right here. That we created. So I'm glad everyone's here. Hope everyone's doing good. One of the other projects I've been working on, we actually got to do some more of them, but we did a bunch of what do they call, drawstring bags, and we just supplemented not supplemented, but we did DTF on it. That video will come out soon, hopefully. It's got literally how I had to make the artwork. These are giveaway bags to the homeless for a group that they do, and so we donated the bags and all that stuff for them, and we're putting a logo on it for the company. But so it's a drawstring bag and all that, but it's got a logo on it, so we'll cover that probably on how things are printed and can you make one with my design, but the small pocket at the bottom right side of the shirt, so I could put. Yeah, Texas Q. If you email me exactly what you want, because I can have it done in t-shirts and all that. Um, this was done honestly. They were supposed to be in here by the 4th of July. It was literally just a big. That's why I put the big stars and stripes and all that on both of them. It was technically for a 4th of July big push. One of the brands. They didn't get here in time. What's up, United Federation of Nerds? How's it going in Canada? Um, so they didn't get them here in time, Texas Q. So I've still got orders that aren't in here yet from them. They're not far behind. It was just one of the things. They have holidays over there too, and it kind of their shipping and all that didn't correlate with how we want. I got the sample in before, and then we had to tweak a few little things on it. And because like even on this, like this is considered an XL. They run big. This XL almost fits me. So this is, like I said, an XL. If I put it on, it's tight in the gut, but they run almost a size and a half bigger. So we had to go over and make sure that because of course here's the bag how they sent it to me with the XL on it. So what happens is whenever I do samples like that, I always make sure they spec out, like send me a sample. So I get the sizing correct, because they don't change a lot of things, but they do, like the sizing. They said it's their standard jersey size for US. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And every jersey company does it slightly different. So I wanted to get one in to make sure that I could kind of like check the image, check the artwork, check the pocket alignment and all that, because I put that pocket alignment there. Like I said, it's not like a normal left chest pocket. It's actually bigger. It's wider and taller so that cans and bottles can fit in it. And so by having it bigger like that, like I said, you can put koozies or whatever in it. And it's like just more or less a novelty thing. I mean, you can use the pocket. But so that's what took a while to get it done, because you got to make sure everything's right, make sure the sizing's correct, make sure the location of the pocket's right. You don't want to, you could have had it way up. It had just been a little bit more tricky or cumbersome. But yeah, Texas, email me what you want. And like how you want the pocket. And I can kind of make sure we can get it sketched up and done up for you. It shouldn't be a problem. Like I said, the worst is going to be the turnaround time. They are not a little behind, but I mean, it's overseas. It's not China. So it does get here, just takes a little bit longer. Like I said, they're the ones that do, like, here's my bags that we have that we're always pushing. These are, they're named after my dog. And did that just because when I designed the bag, I wanted to have something cool. And my mom and all that, I was going to name it after her, and she really loves the dog. And so she suggested put my dog on it. And since bags are tough and durable, my dog's name's Rosie. She's an English bulldog. So we put Rosie on my bags. But these are like they can be used for concealed carry and all that. These are my own signature bags. You open it up, safety orange, big pocket up front. On this pouch, there's another zipper up here. This zipper is a through zipper, so you can go into the bag from the top. You can pull from either side. It's designed to function that way. So in case you don't want to unzip it, or if you don't want to have to, it's got Velcro and it's got straps. So if you don't want to have to open it up to get into it, you can go through the top. It's thick padded. On the front, we got loads of compartments, pen pouches, whatever you want to call them. The other thing too, these are also Velcro. It's very stout Velcro. So you put stuff in through there. You also have this one, which is a Velcro top, so you can put stuff in to keep it sealed off there. And then you get into the bag, and we've got loads of space, Velcro space, more space. Velcro up front also. And then we got our, on the back, we've got, of course, your little small compartment for change, passport, whatever. You can slide it through your bag thing. And then we also have, if you open this up, this is more or less concealed carry, people. You can actually put something in there also, pew, whatever you want, so that if you're wearing it, you can pull it off real easy. And so that is that. And then, of course, you got water pouch on the side with the zipper. So you can actually put it in, zip it up. Then we got another pouch on the other side, just a basic pouch. But these are one of the other things. This is a lot of stuff that's been keeping me busy, is because these are like the second or third designs of these that we've gone through. And like I said, we have them a few different colors. We have them in the brown also. So I've been busy with a lot of that stuff, just working on bags, more or less, bags and clothes. It's been keeping me busy. So what has everyone else been working on? I've been seeing a lot of the shirts you've been putting out, Texas Q. I know what I was saying too to a lot of people. A lot of people were in other industries are saying there's like a recession. In this industry of the printing and all that, the garment creation and decoration, I have been busier this year than I ever have in anything else. Work's just flowing in, a lot of stuff, embroidery. Been busy working on printers and all that, getting them dialed in, working up and running, staying running. So it has been busy on my end. I hope everyone else is doing good, staying busy. If there's any questions anyone has, let me know also. Thanks to Print House. Yeah, the other thing with the bag Print House, like I carry a bag on a lot of places I go. I don't necessarily carry a pew in mine, but I just, what it was is there was a need. I had a lot of people asking about that and other stuff I do. And so literally I created that just for the fun of it and just to have something branch out and other stuff like I always do. Texas Q says, yeah, getting ready for Las Vegas competition over at the Westgate Casino. Look up American Pool Players on YouTube. I definitely will, Texas Q. Been making league shirts for players. That's pretty awesome. That's something good, Texas Q, because like everyone always needs custom stuff. And especially when you do leagues and associations, everyone wants to have their stuff customized. I've been doing my typical banners, but I've been doing a lot of car shows lately. You know what you need to do to Print House? You need to do a full video on your other ride, your other truck. I know I got to see it, but I'm sure everyone would love to see that. I think it would be awesome. I'm thinking of actually, like, I've already got another channel, but I haven't put nothing on it in a long time. I am actually thinking of, like, where I've got my hydraulic vehicles. I'm thinking of actually just dedicating that and the stuff that's not really screen printed related and just push it onto that channel. Just for the simple fact that I know when I put everything onto this channel, like when I cover vending machines, when I did that, or converting vending machines into safes and all that, I found my views do not go, like, you'll get good view and then it drops. Like, so I found if I stay just on one thing on this channel, Like for instance, when I did my Robin Hood stuff, it's helped people because there's people that definitely joined and all that, helped me, helped them. But like the views on that were horribly low. So what I found is that if I just stay like on this channel, just keep the screen printing, banner printing, like just printing in general, and then do the other stuff on the other channel, I think it will do better. So that's probably what I'm going to do, because just like, you know, to print how, like, you've got your RC channel and all that, and I found it better that way. Okay. No, well, you showed me your truck, the print house. Remember, you sent me a private link that one time we were talking about it once you just got it, the Boyd Coddington one. You sent me a link to that one. So it was a private one, so it wasn't. That's a pretty good idea. Everybody loves stickers. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because like I've done a bunch of other like videos that I haven't even put up yet, and they like I could put them on here. It's kind of like when I did the magazine conversion, and I've got extra magazines somewhere around here. I think they're. Look what I've got. I've got Asub Ink, Sublimation Ink from Asub. This came in the other day, but I didn't know I had that. Yeah, and here I've got some of my extra bags and all that, and one of my other ones. But yeah, I found that even like on that, like there's people that watched it, and the people that watched it, like, or that commented, weren't inside the screen printing industry, but then like they never subscribed. So I found to get better views and all that if I just keep the content focused on one thing. I think it's better. That's what I was going to bring up too, to print, like the print house just said, there's other ways. And what I'm not calling everyone out. It's fine. Like I've seen channels, it like if you go online, you can look on Social Blade, I think it's called, you can see the graph of how people's channels are performing. And there are things too, like what happens if you're getting, let's say my channel blows up right now, and I get, because I've got some videos that did great. The thing if you're worried about, like, because the thing is just because you're getting views or subscribers, where everyone's wanting to hit that YouTube fame where they get paid to do what they want on YouTube, to really make it pay off, YouTube's got an algorithm where they watch all that stuff. So like you could have 10,000 subscribers, but if they don't watch, YouTube would care less. You're better off on having watch hours. That means people's watching your content, because if people's watching your content and they're marketing towards advertisement, that's what an advertiser wants to see. If I'm going to advertise on something, I don't care that you got 1 million people. I care how many people's watching every video. And the other thing too, you can look on there and see in the back end, you can see times. Like, let me pull up my YouTube Studios on my cell phone, and I sure don't have none of my information on there. And like, so this video right here, the one that I posted Friday, is it gonna focus? Come on. So it's got 54 views. Impressions click is 6.4%. The average duration is 5 minutes and 13 seconds. The typical time on mine is 2 to 3 minutes, it's saying, and that's how much. Hey, what's up, Chad? How's it going in Florida? So the typical time on a video is they're watching my video for about 2 to 3 minutes on any content. So if you make a 5 or 10 minute video, they're only watching it less than a quarter of the time. That video was a 15 or 20 minute video, so they're averaging about 5 minutes. But if you're doing content and you want people to advertise, you're going to want people to be logged in, watching, and kind of staying busy on it. And so I think that's the big thing with some of these people's channels. I'm seeing them get an insane subscriber, but when you look at the back end, the numbers, and this is on my back end, people aren't going to show you their back end. Like, I'll show you my back end on my channels. I don't mind. You can see my comments. For instance, the Print House commented on one of my videos the other day. Thanks a lot, the Print House. Hey, congratulations on your honeymoon also, Chad. I forgot to say it when I messaged you the other day. Chad, guys, is one of my friends. I've known him since I've lived here in Kentucky. And he's moved actually to Florida, but I still talk to him all the time. So Chad, that's who Chad is, if anyone didn't know. But yeah, the Print House, that's the thing is, like I said, and I'm not totally calling everyone out on it. There are people that, let me see if I can pull it. See if I can pull up the Social Blade on. What's up, Leonardo? How's it going? So what I'm going to do on my thing. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How's it going? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my own channel. So this is my Social Blade channel, which Social Blade, like, I will say this, the average pay that they're saying on there is not correct. So anyone that understands that has a channel, you can see it. But the thing you can look at are on these graphs here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. The graphs don't lie. And then the other thing that are fairly honest is if you look at subscribers and video views. They're all positives. If you see people with a lot of red in there, that's saying they were pulled off. That means YouTube, they were added. YouTube looked and found them to either be bots, fake, or not true subscribers. So what happens when they do that, they kick them off. Then you see the negative on Social Blade. Now on your back end, you might see one or two drop because they didn't even go to your account officially yet. On Social Blade, it shows that. It shows your view hours, watch hours. So if you really want to see how people's channels doing, besides because it pays off, anyone on here that has a channel that's monetized, they will tell you that pay. It is saying my monthly is $2 to $29. I will say that's wrong. And it's saying my estimated year is 22 to 350. And I'm going to say that's definitely wrong. So because what it is they can't adjust the algorithms. Like, so if you're in a market where it's very competitive for industries to want to advertise, like a good example, screen printing, you've got Ryan, you've got Anatol, you've got industry people that want to have their ads on a commercial. If you're in a smaller niche market, like for instance, let's say you're only selling paper clips and that's all you sell is paper clips. Well, what happens when you create a channel? Who can advertise on your channel? Anyone can. Who's the market they target to? When YouTube's doing that, they're targeting people that manufacture paper clips. So it's a niche market when you're in that. So if you're in a broader market where there's more advertisements that can be dumped onto your channel, your payout is going to be a lot better than someone else's that isn't paying out as good. So that being said, they can't calculate that on the Social Blade because they don't know what the marketing is for every industry and all the markets. Like stock companies, if you look at anyone that does like Forex videos, crypto videos, their payouts a lot higher than others. I have seen some channels spike up, but kind of yeah, and like he said, suspiciously, meaning tons of subs, no channel view, not going to mention any. Hey, I'm right with you to Print House. you know how I am. I have talked about this to people I know outside and in other people's live videos. I'm not bashing anybody. It's fine. At the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter if I have 1 million subscribers or 1,000. I gotta have 1,000 so I'm monetized, or 1,000. The view hours and all that, your watch hours, and what YouTube's paying you. That's all that matters. Because if you have 1 million people and no one's watching it, it really doesn't matter on the subscribers. What's up? Not too much, Rooster. Saw a guy get like 10,000 subs in a couple weeks, but no channel views. Then all of a sudden the videos have a 1,000K views. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Videos can go viral in general. The view rate of videos, it follows a pattern. You can look at anyone's thing. Like a good example, like if you look at my graph, when my channel was doing better, you can see the graph, the peaks and curves. They don't shoot up. If you have an instant spike, just a peak and drop down, something looks suspicious. Not saying it is, but it looked like someone bought it. I'm bashing everyone who went to the Wi-Fi fight. It wasn't me, Rooster. Hey, Rooster, and Chad's still on here, and a few other people, because I showed the print houses. This is one of the jerseys, guys, I had made. It was supposed to have been done for 4th of July. And I'll show you the other pattern of the ones that we got. This is my Statue of Liberty one. This is the front. This is the back. The front, though, what they do, it has a pouch right here in the center that you can actually put a drink or anything you want into. It's not just like a left chest. It's actually bigger. You put beer in it. It will hold beer or whatever. But these are some of the stuff I designed where I've been busy and haven't been on the lives lately. This is some of the things. This is one of the things. I've got to create a website, throw them on a store soon. So we'll have that on there. We have that one. And we have I need 6 pouches for a 6-pack. I can make you a belt instead of the because then you'll be running all over, Rooster. But here's the other one too. It's the American Eagle, Bald Eagles. Hell yeah, 1776 one. I've got them 2 designs. We'll try to put them on a site if anyone's interested. If not, it doesn't bother me. We've already got orders in other markets. So, but yeah, that was something I've been busy on working on. Is them jerseys, my bags. Like you guys seen the bags before. We're on the second rendering of it with all the more just slight modifications, longer straps, all the fun bells and whistles, areas to put pews and all that. And they're named after my dog, Rosie. So great stuff. I need to do my website too. I've been slacking. Yeah, the problem is I've got lots of websites. Every time I create another product, some of the things, like I don't want to sell the bags on bananas and pickles. So what I got to do for that is I'm going to have to create another site to push the products through. And that's the biggest thing. And I don't know if I want to sell it on one of my, I've got some apparel lines that it would work on. I don't know if I'm going to sell it on there or create a whole new site. Nowadays, you need ballistic pouch for a backpack. See, that's the thing too, Rooster. We're having some sewed up in the ballistic pouches. You can either put back here in the back. It will fit in here. The custom ones that we're having done. It's not hard. It's not hard body armor. It would be soft. Or you can actually put it in the front up here if you really wanted, Rooster, in the front section. So yeah, we are having them made up right now. There'll be an extra add-on. People can buy them to slide them in. It's like a 20-layer Kevlar pouch sewed up and all that. And so it's soft armor, not hard armor. But you can put it in there. So if you needed it, it would stop. But yeah, and like when people were asking, like, and I will say this though, when we were talking about the channels and all that, my pay has came down since I haven't been posting as much. You still get content views, but you get more views on doing other things. The thing that's helped a bunch, and I always suggest people to keep doing this, is if you watch one of my videos down below, I've got affiliate links. Like, so if you got to buy like a knife, click my Amazon link and then purchase this. And it doesn't have to be any of my Amazon items. Amazon will give me credit as long as you're on there when you went through my link. And I tell people all the time, that is where the real stuff is at. On this is the affiliate payouts, because you get some nice chunk change from people buying stuff. And it all helps. Like, I can see when people are buying things, my channel does, or my pays do better. Even if I have, like, for instance, like my YouTube video watch time has dropped down because I haven't done a live. This will be the first time in probably 2 months almost since I've done a live. And so the lives help too, because you're getting more views and how they calculate the hours and watch time on it. But like even the videos, I used to drop 2 to 3 videos a week. I'm struggling to get one out a week right now. You got a link for Trojan Magnums? I need to reorder. Yeah, Rooster. Hey, just click any of my links and then type that in, and I'll get credit for that. But yeah, and so, and then the other thing, like I've got stuff, sites that I've like, or pages and all that I've been working on, that stuff, or customers that we can't air. So the stuff that like, oh, I record, I'm like, hey, I'm going to air it. I talk to the customer and they're like, hey, we don't want our stuff seen right now. We're not in that stage where people can purchase it. We're just kind of fishing the market. So what happens is if the customer asks me not to show their product, we don't show it. So I'm limited on some of the content that I can push because people don't want their product seen. Other ones are fine with it. It's just some of the things too, to set up a video to press 2 shirts or something like that. And that's the thing with the DTF. You get markets where literally you're doing 1 and 2 things. I've always told people I will do anything if the price is right on the printing side and all that. And so like the 1 or 2 shirts, even back in the day, I would never turn them down. I would just price them so high that most people wouldn't do it. Well, now that with the DTF opens the doors where you don't, like, you still can be high on the pricing, but like you can still be a more closer range so that more people will actually buy that product, and you're making just as much money off of doing the 1s and 2s than you are doing some of the bigger orders. So, and that's what's been kind of stumbling in. We've gotten a lot of people that want custom stuff, funeral stuff, and they want like the full color funeral stuff, and they don't want them on white t-shirts all the time. So what's up, Rob Swade? What's up? How's it going in Vegas? You still out in Vegas, right? Yeah, the DTF, Rob, it's been crazy. So like I said, so that's where I've been. I haven't been around much. I've got content, and then I did a lot of other content that, like I was talking earlier, where I'm going to be dropping it on another channel, some pew stuff and all that does great, but it won't do great on this channel. So kind of like when I did like I was saying before, when I did my thing on my extra magazines and all that for the 43X, 20 round 43X. It didn't fit this channel, and it affects your viewing rate and all that, and your pay on it. So I'm dumping a lot of that other stuff on the other channel. And I'll keep you guys up to date on that also. If you want to watch it, cool. If you don't, that's fine also. But the other channel too, like my hydraulic vehicle that I have, it's been sitting in one of my fields, and haven't drove that thing in probably 5 years. So what I'm going to do is make a video pulling it out of the grass and getting it running again. I had a lot of people ask about it, and so I'm going to do a video on that. But instead of kind of boring people that want to see about printing, that will be on the other channel. So that if you want to watch it both, perfectly fine. And once I get all the stuff on there, I'll let you guys know that channel too. But it makes it where I don't have to worry about, like, because like I said before, when I did the magazine video, I've got people that came to watch the magazine video and they didn't care nothing about screen printing. And then vice versa, the screen printers don't want to see my 4X or my Robinhood stuff. So that being said, a lot of that will be on the other channel. And hey, now let me read what the print house says before I say my comment. And then Rooster, I will be needing some more DTF soon. You have to get me some pricing. The print house, if you check your link and attachment, your Amazon affiliates for 24 hours. So even if you buy something else, not from your item, etc. Yeah. I was gonna say, what I do, the print house, I update my links every time when I drop a video, because that people order in that first 24 hour, that's where it comes in. It's the big factor of it. I want to see prints, guns, low. I'm down with all that. Yeah, and that's my thing, Rooster. Like, I'll have the link so people can watch it. I didn't mind putting it both on here, but I noticed what was happening is that the other content wasn't getting the views, or I would get a lot of personal emails from the people that watch that content, and they're like, hey, do you do other stuff? Or can you give me a link to your other videos? Because I don't want to go through all your videos and trying to find more of that. I just want to see the one thing. So the other video channel will have that. But what I was going to say too is I might try that where people we're talking about buying views or watching hours. So what I might do, if I don't have enough subscribers, like right now I've got almost 3,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank everyone for subscribing so much. But I might do a video on my other channel on getting the first 1,000 subs. And I might do a thing to see if it's worth purchasing subs. Because I've seen other people hit these numbers really quick. And honestly, to hit because the thing is, you got to get your view hours and you got to get the 1,000 subs. The hardest thing is when you're doing that is getting the view hours, because the time to hit that is a lot more trickier than people think. Did you watch my Camaro on Vega 23? I had a client in Phoenix, Arizona. Vegas said, yeah, I seen that, Rob, because it was funny when I watch Vegas stuff. He always contacts me, and I messaged him and I said, is that Rob from Vegas? Because I was like, he was like, yeah, a guy came down from Vegas. We had to print some stuff. Guys, go check that out if you want to, or not Camaro, the Cameo. If you want to see Rob, guys, he was in Vega 23's video. I rep my boy Vega. Right there's his board. Thank you so much, Vega. I'm rocking his hat. Guys, I will support anyone that sends me stuff. I'll put it on where I support everyone's channel. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the Print House. Subscribe to everyone has got a channel on here. United Federation of Nerds, guys. Check him out. He's up in Canada. Does some great stuff. I'm glad Vega was able to help you, Rob. That's awesome. Vega's a great guy. He's very helpful on everything. He works his butt off, guys. Like, if you haven't been there, check his channel out. Vega works, man. Vega puts in the time, puts in the hours, puts in the effort. He doesn't and he got in a little slump where he's trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. So guys, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to Vega. But just like a lot of people, they get in slumps on here where you want to make content. And then you get so busy or overwhelmed. Like I said, I got slammed with all this other stuff that even my bags, I can air my bags. They're my bags. But like literally, like we were redefining little things and this one don't even have even zipper placement. And so I was like, I don't think people care about a zipper on a bag. And most people in screen printing, they don't necessarily need a concealed carry bag. So it's one of the things that I was like, hey, I did a bag review, matter of fact, and it didn't get that great of views. So I was like, hey, I'll bring that on the other channel. Both you and Vega have saved my ass and a few times. Mucho gracias to both. Yeah, no problem, Rob. Yeah, we did some sublimation for Rob, some transfers. Rob's got some cool stuff he's working on too, guys. So check Rob out too. I'm glad to see you pop in here, Rob. I was like, I'm glad the print house jumped in, Rooster jumped in, Mike in Canada, and my friend Chad. Like, I'm glad people, because I was worried literally when I posted that I was coming back live tonight. It happens. This is the biggest thing for any YouTuber when you do a live, or anyone that does a live, not seeing anyone comment or seeing anyone there. And like, I can see the meter up there. It's in this corner, but like, that's the biggest thing, fear for any person, is to not have anyone watch. Because the other thing too, when you're doing a live, it's just like anything radio, you don't want dead space. And I'm surprised he's not on here. He's in Cali. But you don't want dead space, dead airtime. So literally, when you first get on and there's no one on, you're talking to yourself. So that's one of the things, is making sure you get people there to ask questions, comments, talk to, because if not, you're just looking like a guy in a nut house, like twitching fingers and all that. Rob, I like the way Waldo got that Spanish out of all that. Yeah, I'm pretty good on certain words, like Nacho Belgrande, Muy Vienta, Dos Cerveza, Gracias, and C. There you go, Rooster. I cover almost all the language. Dude, I have no fear. Have no fear. I'm Batman. Yeah, I'm in the cave, so. But yeah, it's been hectic. Like I said, it's good. Super busy. Dropped some more of my Detroit line of clothes. Let me see if I can find some of them on here. There's one photo of it. Some 313. And then we did, like, for my anyone that watched the video, there's my Aquanet water mug for a friend. Went to the concert with. We went and seen Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Poison, but Poison didn't play. He got sick. Brett Michaels did. So, I mean, it was a great show. Horrible weather, bad things, but so I went to there, so made the cup and all that. We'll be dropping first AC printing video soon on Chinese mug press. Awesome. Can't wait to see it, Rooster. I've got more Chinese presses. The mug presses are great. If you see, I got two over there. I got my yellow and my teal. They work great, hold up great, no problems. That's what I did that cup with when you see in the video. So yeah, it went great. If anyone wants to talk about some crazy marketing prices, when I was at that concert, I bought a shirt. Every shirt there was $50. They were printed on like the cheapest t-shirt. It wasn't even Gildan. It was lower than Gildan quality. $50 for a t-shirt at a concert. A head bandana was $20. Posters were $50. It was insane. I bought 2 waters, waters were $5 a pop. I went up to the kiosk and the guy got mad at me because he asked for a tip when I went up to him. He wasn't walking around. It was the built-in kiosk. The guy got so mad that I wouldn't give him a tip on water, and he taxed me on water too. So I was like, "You're out of your mind. This is water. I came to you." And so it was a good concert, but it was crazy. Some of the stuff happens. Oh yeah. Oh, you gonna see it, and that's when you all say this mofo's crazy, crazy. Hey, it's definitely possible, Rooster. I get people saying stuff all the time on me, so but like I said, that's the big thing. Like I said, fun stuff. I mean, can't say didn't have fun. Everything I'm doing, staying busy, but yeah, and like I said, I've got a video, a few videos that like I just haven't. I would have told him follow me to the bathroom. I'll give you the water back. Yeah, like it was crazy, Rooster. Like I don't mind tipping. I don't mind, but like literally, so we get there. They didn't let you park at the stadium when you normally can, so I didn't mind the walk. It is what it is. It's like $25 for parking. Tickets were up there in price, like $250 a ticket. So hey, B and Pam, how's it going? So you're in there a bunch of money anyway. So then I go in, and the line to get a shirt was literally, not kidding you, 45 minutes to get, and they had both ends running that long. They weren't like last time I went to a Motley Crue concert. They were discharge printed. They were printed on Next Level t-shirts. This time they were not Next Level. Like I said, it was the Chinese brand t-shirt. It wasn't even Gildan. It was plastisol printed, and it was like a 4 to 5 color print. And every shirt, every size is $50. And then, like I said, and I understand concerts, you're going to pay a lot for food. The water was like literally Walmart bottled water. It wasn't even like I was getting Fiji or something like that, or even Aquafina. Like I literally got like Walmart labeled bottled water, Sam's Clubs, I think what it officially was, $5 a pop plus tax. So I was like, this is water, man. A little 20, not even 20 ounce, a little plastable one shot throwaway water thing. So it was crazy. And then it poured down rain, so they had to get everyone off the infield because it started lightning. So you got everyone jammed into this area. And then to be on the field, you had to get an armband. So you had to go in this other section to get that. And then the humidity, I mean, the temperature alone was almost 100 that day without the heat index and all that. So it was miserable out there. Great show. Motley Crue didn't play as many songs as I'd have liked. I really would have loved Poison playing. But I had fun, so can't complain. Yeah, I did, Pam. I was gonna message you back. I think that's a good idea, Pam, is to like get a sample pack from her, see how it runs, see how it works, and go from there. I think that's your best choice. Rooster says, I feel you. I went to Vegas and made to a concert and know that I spent some cash there. Yeah. And like I don't mind spending cash. It's just like the water thing really tripped me off because like he wasn't even walking around. Like if you're at least walking around, again, the other thing, they wouldn't let you use cash. You had to use cards. Like because there was a guy that did have the walk around. I was like, hey, can I get it? He's like, no, man, my thing got wet and I can't even use the thing. Even the tickets to get on the infield, which I had passes, you had to show them on your phone. Well, it's pouring down rain, and touchscreen phones can be a nuisance to try to scan through all that. So getting the starter kit 2,500, that's pretty good, Pam. Let me know how it goes. The good thing with her being in your city, county, you've got support, people to help you out there. But I'm very interested. Keep me up to date on it if you don't mind, Pam. But yeah, like I said, it was all fun. And then, like I said, then I came back, had to work on some other orders. The other thing too, the heat got me. I was already dehydrated going there, and my leg cramped up. I thought I was gonna. It felt almost as when I snapped my Achilles. It knotted up that bad. Um, so yeah, it was interesting, but it is what it is. I'm still here, still moving, still doing what I do. So I am glad to see everyone on here. Glad everyone is doing good. Here's something, Pam, I didn't show you. We'll do 2 weeks for delivery. That's awesome, Pam. Please keep me up to date. Here's one of my new things, Pam. I just created it. It was supposed to have been here the sample was here for 4th of July. The product wasn't, so I couldn't sell them. I could have. I could have had to do pre-orders, and I didn't want to do that. So we're gonna have them on the site soon, Pam. But this is my shirts that I designed. These are tank tops. This is the front. This is the back. And the front has got a pouch for you to put anything you want in it. It will hold a beer can or everything, but I designed it just for fun. If you also look at her arm, she is tatted up. We tatted her up. The other one's got some bald eagles on it. It was all patriotic for the 4th of July. So I was busy working on that stuff too. I had a great time, but I was sick for 3 weeks after. Not with the. Yeah, well, that's like the next day, Rooster. Like normally, I'm pretty good at kind of getting back hydrated, I guess you'd say. But where my body hasn't been functioning as good as it used to, that next day I thought like it was probably some of the worst pain I've ever been in, like just body wise, aching wise. So it hit me hard. Next few days, so I've been chugging water and all that. Ever since, like literally, I got water in here. I'm trying to cut out the pops. Trying to drop my rye weight thing on the year thing. Hoping I can do it. We'll see how it goes. Been walking some. It's the Achilles aren't digging the walks. Is what it is. I can't fix that, but yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, it's been hectic and been busy. People that's emailed, I have answered them back because we've had a lot of people asking questions on videos. So I've been getting back with people. Sometimes it's not as quick, but I've been trying my best. Like I said, we've got some new product stuff, not necessarily in the screen printing side, but I do have it in like the apparel side and all that that's dropping. I dropped 26 pounds, bro. I'm on my way into an XL shirt. Yeah, that's like I'm down 10 pounds right now, Rooster. And like I joked with Rye, I said I was going to do 5. I think he put me down for like 20, 25 by the end of the year. Yeah, I got to cut some weight. Trying my best. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's just one of the things like it's need to cut some down. So I hate having to buy these bigger shirts, and like that was honestly the weird thing going to the concert is like I don't mind getting big shirts, but like literally you waited in line and you're like, man, are they even gonna have my size when I get up there? So yeah, that's my goal is to cut some more. I'm going to drop a video maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Please do, Pam. I cannot wait, guys. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to Being Pam. Check it out. Cut the pops and the snacks. I have a protein bar for snacks. Yeah, like the pop thing, I'll say this. That has helped a bunch. I still have 1 or 2 a week, but like if you notice, I'm drinking water right now. So the pops are horrible. That's what really been getting me. So, like I said, I'm working on it. Hopefully, it pays off. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's little steps. That's all I can do. So, so what has everyone else been doing? Has everyone else been staying busy? Like I said, I've got the other channel. Hopefully, I'll drop all the videos. I'm gonna like there's because the thing is you got to get watch hours. So it's not like on here where you drop one. You can set it and do once a week and get your people building up. It doesn't really help that until you get it because you got to get all them hours up. So what I'm going to do is drop just a bunch of videos all at once and kind of hit that channel that way. Rob Urban protein bars are good. I drink a Coke a day in the morning and unsweet tea with lemon the rest of the day. That's pretty good. The thing with me, though, is hard to drink unsweet tea. Now, here's the thing. And I had them pulled up. It's called the Miracle Berry. M Berry makes it on Amazon. They're little things from the berry itself. If you're wanting to have something sweet but not have sweets, this little berry, and I have a bunch upstairs. It's live video, so you're not gonna like you couldn't try it and work, but I've talked about them before. There's a bunch of different companies. M Berry, the people that actually make them, the different ones you buy them. People do taste testing with it. What they do, that berry, like my grandmother had cancer, and we had some for that. It's a fruit. It's grown in a desert area, so it's not like you can get it at Walmart. I do have trees that I grow. They're indoor trees. But so you take that berry and you chew it, and there's a seed in the middle. You can't chew the seed, so you mush it around in your mouth for about 30 seconds to a minute. Swallow the pulp, spit the seed out. What it does, it coats your sour taste buds and more or less blocks them, but it makes everything sweeter. So literally, if you take a lime or a lemon and you chew on it, it tastes like lemonade, like it's sweetened. It turns everything sweet, and it works for about 45 minutes to an hour. So what you can do too, it helps reset people that have cancer. It has a metal taste in their mouth. It helps reset that. Also, two people that are on diets, what you can do is eat that before you eat food. You're not going to want sweet stuff on there, so you're going to cut back a lot of the sweetness. So if you even make a cake and you sweeten with, let's say, orange juice or lemon juice, that cake is going to taste sweet. The crazy thing is like if you drink orange juice, it will taste almost too sweet. And I'm someone that Rooster says I have some indoor plants. See, I knew you did, Rooster. Mine aren't valued like yours, though. But yeah, so man, Rooster got me sidetracked. But yeah, so if you have anything with lemon, like any sour thing, it makes it sweeter. But even like balsamic vinegars too, it adds flavor to them also. Rooster said he talked crap to cops to get us running in. But yeah, so it helps with that. So if you eat before, you can actually, and they've got a book, and I've had it on here before, and I show people. It is a cookbook to making food that if you eat that right before, and then they make it in pills too. So they already, instead of people that like aren't going to buy the trees and aren't going to ship berries in, they make a tablet that all it is a dehydrated berry that they ground up into a little tablet and you put in your mouth. But it does amazing. Like you will cut a lot of weight if you really use that right before everything you eat and you follow that cookbook, because literally you can make a lot of foods. Like it's got teriyaki in there, which is usually high in sodium and all that, but they've got things in there that will make it taste like, I'm very picky on foods and taste, and I never thought anything like that berry would actually do that. And it is insane how well it does. It's just like literally you can take the lemon juice. Like I hate sour things, like super sour, like lemons and limes. You take lime juice and put it in water or just squirt it in your mouth, and it tastes, like I said, sweetened lemonade. So if you cut it down and it will put lemon and lime in water, carbonated water, it will taste just like 7-Up. So it's pretty awesome stuff. My doctor told me to start with flavored water and work my way down to plain water. That's actually, Pam, what I did a while back. Because to me, I don't. It's bad to say I don't like when you're dying of thirst in the heat. Yeah, water's fine; it tastes good. But like every day, like this, you get to a point you water doesn't like. I've got a reverse osmosis system, so like there's no flavors or really anything bad in my water. It's actually some of the cleanest water. But like water does not have something that I'm like, oh, I love the taste of water. The only time it tastes good is if you're dying of thirst or whatever. That's about it. Indoor trees only make you gain weight. Yeah, you hear that, Rooster? Your indoor trees will gain you some weight if you're not careful. But yeah, so like I said, it's hard to just have water. I have been trying to make sure I do that though. And since getting cramped up like I did, I've been dehydrated before. It's not fun. So trying to make sure I have enough fluid intake. It's not easy, I'll say that. But I'm working on it. So that's all I can do. Hopefully it does pay off. I quit my daily alcohol consumption to so that drops about 1,000 calories right there. That's really good, Rooster. Hey, wait, what? Yeah, look, I still got this, and this will probably always stay sealed. This is the thing I won from the airbrushing. There's my front thing. And Robert, if you're in Vegas, that or when you went out to Vegas shop, the guy used to work in Vegas shop that did the airbrushing on. He candied a bottle of Ciroc, never opened apple Ciroc, but he did the can't see it, it's right there, the license plate. But he was the one that did that. And great artist. Showed you guys it before. There's another 100-watt LED light up there. But yeah, this is his work. All the 4-leaf clovers and all that. It's a candy. This is an Impala template that he did. Jesse Gibson, how's it going? But yeah, that's everything's falling off the shelf. But yeah, that's what it is. Glad to have you, Jesse. Good to see you. I'll show you this, Jesse, because I keep showing everyone else. This is what was supposed to have been done by the 4th of July. The sample was here, but my production order to sell wasn't. But this is a tank top I had designed. America on it. She's tatted up. In the back, we have a date. But we also put a pouch on the front. So you can put things in it, whatever you want, water, beer, whatever you want. We did that one. And then we did our American flag, the ball, or not American flag. They both got American flags. Did some bald eagles. Let me try to find them. There we go. This was one of the other ones. The America, hell yeah, with double bald eagle on the front and back. So how are you doing, Jesse? And then I got looking on here. I got a lot of stuff that I never Thanks a lot, Jesse. Yeah, they came out great. They just didn't get here in time for me to sell them for my 4th of July plan. So, still selling them, but it's just going to be a little while. Here are some people that we ran into at the Motley Crue concert. Some crazy looking people. They all dressed the part. And this is Joan Jett. She's still up there jamming. She's definitely getting up there in age, so. And then Def Leppard, they did great. They're old. They're old also. The best one that I had of them, which can't even see it all now, but the drummer, he's actually, if anyone don't know, he's got one arm. So, and then the best thing, I don't care who you are, and I got to find. I was gonna put this on there. This is Vince Neil. Now the funny thing is, Vince Neil there. Now watch this. Rudolph, Abominable Snowman.
Showing pictures that match.
Does Vince Neil not look like the Abominable Snowman? Maybe it's me. Let me find a better photo. Like perfect right there. Right there. Vince Neil is the Abominable Snowman and Rudolph, guys. But yeah, it was good. I mean, they were doing their thing. Tommy was there, Nikki, all of them. Great show. Yeah, we're all getting old, Rooster. Definitely. It's taking an effect on me, definitely. So. It would be okay if they didn't wear their 80s clothes and their hair anymore. Yeah, that's the funny thing, Pam. Like, to a point, I thought the same thing. I'm like, man, like Def Leppard, they actually didn't wear their. I mean, they wore some of their vintage clothes, but like they weren't rocking their stuff, their hairband stuff. But like some of these other guys, man, they are like Vince Neil's clothes don't fit him definitely from back when they did. So that's like going to see Elvis next week. Yeah, I know, Rooster. It was crazy on like some of their attire. And then the crazy thing, let me. Can't find it. I was gonna say the only difference was their dancers weren't their old dancers. They at least got some newer dancers. The other thing, guys, I posted a photo online. You guys got any time? This is a shirt I did for the company. It's called Royal Flush Racing LLC.com. Go check it out, guys. It's kind of a cool site. Built the site, but it just covers if you're looking at investing in horses. Um, they do horses. So what they do is they got syndicated horses, so they sell a percentage of that horse. But you can actually own a racehorse. So it's kind of cool. I'm a Duran girl myself. Yeah, they haven't. I'm trying to think the last time they like the other old or another cool kind of band. I've seen a bunch of bands in my time, but like uh Journey when they have the Asian guy singing now, it was weird, but like if you close your eyes, it sounds just like the old one. You look, it's definitely not. But I mean, there's a lot of bands that are good to go see. My thing is like me, like I wouldn't consider wasting money all the time on live stuff because some of it's kind of pretty bad. They're not mic'd good and all that. But to me, it's just fun to relive some of the stuff. And I've seen some of these bands multiple times. It's not my first time seeing any of them. It's a nice thing, nice getaway, spend some time and just watch some kind of stuff you grew up listening to and all that. So I went to see Rand Jones in Vegas, and they did their old type music like Smokey Robinson type. Yeah, and seeing that was the thing too. Def Leppard did some new covers because they've actually got a new CD out, which is kind of weird in a way to see. I mean, which they did some stuff with Alison Kraut over the COVID time. And then Motley Crue did a whole CD for a Netflix movie. And so they both covered some of their newer stuff. The only problem is like the newer stuff isn't what people are used to. They like the old stuff. So like to me, it's like when you go see a band, you want them to play the songs that you know. You don't want them to play something on side B, the 11th song on side B or something like that. Most of the time, that's not their big hits. And with the time that they play, where they're only going to play so much anyways, you kind of want them to play the stuff that everyone likes. I understand you always want to push your new stuff. That's fine too. Some of the new stuff can take off and be good. It's just one of them things. It's like you go there to hear kind of certain things, and then you hope they play it. Bruce said, yeah, 90% of the place was gangster. Ice Cube, Ice-T got a new video out. Do they? And they're getting up there in age, too. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. Like I listen to every style of music, everything. So I have seen every kind of music there is. I live right outside of Nashville, so you can see a lot of music that comes into the town. And it's a fun thing. I mean, it's just some of it isn't mic good. Like I've seen like last year is a retro thing for me, like the New Kids on the Block, or the year before when they were doing the 80s tour with Tiffany and they like Tone Loc up there. And it's fun seeing a lot of that stuff. It just brings back memories. And like I said, the newer stuff's good too. So yeah, that's my thing, Pam. It's like the bad thing is like, are they going to roll him out in a walker or something like that? Or he's going to be like rapping in a wheelchair or a rocker. I like country too. Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney, some David Allen Cole. Yeah, country country's good too. We have the CMA and CMTs here and all that stuff. So we see it a lot. Like I mean, you see stuff all the time if you want to. And it's the big thing to me when I go to concerts is the mic levels and all that. Have them check out their video on YouTube. Because like my biggest thing is like I've gone to some shows and where I've worked in the music a little bit, and the levels like are not mic'd good, so you can't hear the singer at all. and it's just way out. And in some of these bands, like big bands, like where you're like, oh, it should be mic'd perfect. And the levels, apparently someone missed a sound check and didn't even show up. And so it's a big thing. Like, to me, I like to hear good quality sound. When you go there, your hearing's getting shot out anyways. And the older you get, the worse your hearing gets. But I'd still like to be able to hear the singer. The other thing too is if you go online, like, and check Bon Jovi, and like even like in Nashville or some of the other ones, lately he hasn't sounded good at all. He sounds horrible. So it's one of the things, and then you're spending all that money on tickets. I understand people get old, but it's kind of just the levels, maybe auto tune something, because you're dumping a lot of money and you hope you're entertained. But well, guys, if there's no questions, I'm gonna cut this short tonight, so I can work on some other stuff and try to upload a video maybe for this coming week. I can dump it on my list. So if there's no questions or anything, guys, growing up, my dad was always country. My mom is rock and roll, and we're everything in between. Yeah, and that's kind of like me. I mean, I grew up in Detroit area, so like I've heard every style of music. I listen to there's something in every genre I like. Like I go through like that. Here's another cool fact. If you listen to it's rap, but he also does stuff. He's done it sung with Kid Rock. So if you consider Kid Rock, rap, rock, country, whatever. But like Yellow Wolf was at that concert. Tommy Lee gave him tickets, and Yellow Wolf was there, so it was kind of cool. Like Yellow Wolf kept posting photos, but yeah. Then you got Struggling Jennings, Jelly Roll. Like a lot of people that like Jelly Roll, for instance, never had a gold record. And now he's got like 1 or 2 gold because he went country with Son of a Sinner and all that stuff. So it's crazy to watch these people that are one genre totally flip and go to the other genre and make some amazing songs, amazing hits. So, but thanks everyone again. Thanks for subscribing. Sorry, I've been working on the truck, but listening. My wife and I said Journey and Toto a couple months back. We listened to everything. I just didn't care for country. I grew up rap and rock. So the Print House, what'd you think of Journey with the Asian singer? Because to me, it wasn't bad. But I know some people, because like, see, that's what happened when Bret Michaels didn't come out. I told the people I was with, I was like, I would have rather Bret Michaels, like someone would have sung for Bret Michaels. You had some other bands up there that could have filled in and sung some of the songs. I was kind of hoping, hey, to hear Poison songs. But some people's like, no, you've got to have him or nothing. And yeah, so I thought the same thing. The Print House, I thought the Asian guy sings great. But I know some people are like, you can't replace these singers. So I wanted someone else's opinion. Jelly Roll, yeah, I've seen that dude a few times a day. Yeah, Jelly Roll, man, he's doing some stuff now, man. He's got his own headline of a tour that's in a stadium for once. He's never done a stadium tour. But yeah, and then he's on the road with Brantley Gilbert too, doing some stuff with Brantley. Him and Brantley just came out with the new CD or song. So yeah, music's pretty interesting. Like when I'm working on stuff, literally, that's the other thing that makes it bad on some of my videos is I have my monitors running and I don't really think about it until after, and I go to edit it, and the whole thing has got, I don't want to have the riot incident, so get demonetized for the music I'm playing. So I end up literally having to scrap the video because there's copyright music all the way through it playing in the background. If he wasn't good, I'd say so. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when I seen him, I heard him pre-sing like on other stuff, and I was like, man, the guy sounds good. But it's like one of the things. Some people they're like, no, it's not the same. I wouldn't never pay to go see him again. And to me, it's like, man, the guy sounds good. He's not bad. He's hitting the notes. And like, if you're sitting further enough away, you can't see the stage anyways, man, it's right on. So, I mean, It is what it is, and like it's kind of like that. Like Def Leppard stepped up and played like literally almost 2.5 hours, and they've got a great set of songs, anyways. So Def Leppard picked up the slack, even though Motley Crue was the ending act. Motley Crue didn't do a few songs, and they cut other ones short and did them into medleys. And so, like, just to fill in the space where Poison wasn't able to play, but it was one of the things that to me it was just like, man, I would have loved hearing some of them, even though it wouldn't have been Bret Michaels up there. Just hearing some of them songs, I wanted to hear them played. So, what station do you have on your internet stream? Depends. The print Rooster. I use Pandora on my phone, and I'll literally either put on Five Finger Death Punch, Kid Rock, and then like I've got it like where it does my thing, and then the other time what I'll do is literally I've got YouTube Stream where I stream music on YouTube, and so it does like my country channels, my rock channels, and so I go through and literally just like I'll hear one or two songs and I'll click that and have it play loop a bunch of different stuff in that genre or style. And so it works good. The other thing I'll do a lot of times too, if I'm at work or whatever, I'll put an earbud in and just jam out that way and just keep going, because to me music makes days go by quicker. And it's just like not all songs have meaning, but a lot of songs some songs were written for purposes and points and meanings. And it's great to hear someone, and it's just like even like the Jelly Roll song, when you listen, like if you hear him why he wrote it and all that stuff, you hear so many little things in the background. Or like Aaron Lewis, for instance, where he's got his country CD out. Some of the, like on the They Call Me Doc, for instance, the harmony, he's got Vince Gill on there. And so you listen to the vocals really close, you hear all the little innuendos and all the little sounds and all that. So I get into really listening to what's going on. Is that shirt that you have on DTF for shrimping? This is DTF. I've had printed this back when they when the Rams won the Super Bowl. So this thing is whenever that was 6-7 months. Holds up great. Stretchability, it's perfect. It's still no problems with it. It's DTF, Pam. It's hard to beat. Now I will say this, because as big as this image is, if you don't wash it the first time, it's got a rough feel to it. After 1 or 2 washes, this thing feels just like a screen printed shirt, if not smoother and better. It's awesome, man. I mean, I love the thing. That's why lately, like a lot of the other jobs I've been doing, if it's something that's multiple colors and less than 50, I'm running it on the DTF just because I don't want to really set up the screens for that many screens, and I like the feel, and the customers tend to like it too. So yeah, my theme song is I Was Framed. If you air drum with both hands to Def Leppard, you're going to hell. Yeah, I know. You know what's funny? The print house, the person I was with, literally, because she was drumming to the people before and all that, and I was like, and I knew she knew he was one-handed, and she went to do something. I was like, if you do both hands, you go straight to hell. I was like, you can't air drum Def Leppard. I was like, you got to just one hand the thing. I was like, they got a hand, and to me, it's funny as it's bad, but it's just like I'm the same person. I was like, you can't do the double because he's not doing it. And like, what's crazy, he did a drum solo. They brought, like, he was playing Yamaha electric drums, and then they brought another drum set out up front, and he did a drum solo. And man, he was like just killing it. And I was telling the person, I was like, yeah, do it, just do it. I was like, and see how many people look at you, because to me, it's just hilarious. Yeah, you'll love it, Pam. I mean, DTF is great. It's like The colors are the hardest thing. You're not going to get spot on colors like you would if you're mixing colors. But what you can do is like print you a color chart out of your printer, and then literally just match the colors that way, and you can get really close to what you're needing, what you're wanting. He's not doing it because he can't. Don't mean you can't. But yeah, it feels they feel great, Pam. I mean, and like the thinner stuff, like the print house has got, he ordered a shirt, and how thin it is on some of this stuff, it's hard to beat it. Like the feel of it, they hold up great. Here's the other link, guys. If you get a chance, just go check it out. Royal Flush Racing LLC. It's one of my other sites. Another song, though, guys. Let me find it. And anyone that's on my Facebook. If they're on my Facebook and you follow my page, I definitely posted it the other day. Well, there's a few good songs. Like, and some of them, yeah, his DTF is soft. Thanks so much, The Print House. Now, another good song, and you've got to watch that same video. No, is Mike Posner, Home. The video, the song's good. I can't play it live, but that video, he actually climbed Mount Everest. I think it was one of the mountains, but like the whole video is him making it up there because people die all the time and all that, and it's all video filmed from that whole climb of making it up there. So it's pretty cool. The video itself ties into the song, where the song has meaning to the video. Another song is, if you guys get a chance, and he's got a fundraiser thing, is Jay Allen, Blank Stares. He's in Nashville now. He lives out there. That song, it's a great song. Put it on there. What it is, he talks about, it's about Alzheimer's. So the song has a lot of meaning to it. And then to me, I listened to it a lot because like a lot of the stuff, his mom had Alzheimer's. She's passed on, I think, last year before his mom passed away. But like hearing all the stuff in that song, it's just the same thing. If you have anyone that's got Alzheimer's or dementia or anything, that blank stare stuff that he's talking about in the song really hits home. And so I've always pumped that song on my Facebook. I put it on there about once a year. It's got good meaning. And then like I said, he has donation funds and all that to help raise, hopefully for a cure one day for it. But yeah, so that's another good one. Random artists that probably they're not mainstream as much as others. Started watching one of the videos today, but the first words were curse words, and my daughter freaked out. Oh yeah, that's Mike Posner. It's not he's not the best on word choice. Blank Stares doesn't have any of that. It just talks about, and then like he's got another video where he brings his mom on stage when she was alive. So it's kind of cool. He did that in Nashville. He does a fundraiser every year, it's donations and all that. So it's really cool. But yeah, Pam, you'll love the DTF. Like I said, like the print house said, they're soft. Like even like these shirts that I do, these ones, like when you do something like this, you don't feel barely anything on here because it's not massive. There's breakups in between all the letters. Like the letters are small enough where it feels great. They're awesome. It's hard to beat, really. I do think you're never going to get rid of screen printing because of cost. But I do see more shops in my mind opening up because like when DTG came out, direct to garment, you were looking at $15,000, $20,000, $40,000. Cornettes are $80,000 to $100,000 for the machines, and they're great. It prints right on the shirt, and there are a lot of shops that opened up just doing them. Don't forget my man. I need your DTF pricing. I'm gonna need some prototypes before I do a full color plastisol run. Yeah, we can help you out, Rooster. You know I will. But yeah, and so the DTF, the speeds are, you can get into it where even if you're using, let's say, a 1390 converting printer, you can get up to 15 prints an hour, which is the same as an Epson DTG. Or so you can get in, like, your start price is like $1,000 or less on a DTF. Now, granted, your speeds and all that are going to vary and all that, but you can get into something. And so the thing is you can do a full color print that is amazing and feel great, and stretchability is there. It's like hard to really beat that. The thing, like, because screen printing ink, plastisol ink, holds up great, but it will crack over time. It's not going to crack within a month or two. And plastisol has that vintage feel, vintage look. One color, there's a lot of other processes like screen printing. Slam out the 1 and 2 colors all day long. But the biggest thing for DTF is, like, if you got a customer coming in wanting 5 and 10 shirts, the cost of a screen, of what it would cost chemical wise to do that screen, you will have more money tied up in that than you would on that many DTFs printed out. So that's the thing that makes it where it's hard to really beat that or pass that up, because for the same price that it's going to cost you to even make your screen, that's not including the run time and anything else, you've got that in the DTFs. So now, bigger numbers, yeah, the screen cost gets exorbitant really quick once you hit 50 to 100 shirts. The other thing too, though, and like Rooster said a minute ago, if you want to do like a prototype, and before you do a full production run to do pre-orders, kind of like where I've done on some of my other stuff. Like some of these we have done, like we did this, and I got a yellow print of this too, where the ram is yellow. So it looks just like the St. Louis Rams colors. And we did the color both ways to see. Well, the thing is, if you screen print, you can do that. I got to clean the screen on the white. I got to change it if I was doing an underbase. But let's say it was on a light color. I still got to clean that screen and put other ink in just to do a test. Where when you do DTF, a perfect example, let me read. I love screen printing, but most of my orders are 1 and 2 color. I rarely get 2 color jobs. And that's the thing too. Screen printing, you're not going to beat it on the 1 and 2 colors that DTF isn't. But like a good example, like the shirts that I did for the horse company, we only needed 2 shirts. For me to burn a screen, it wasn't worth it. So we printed it out in white. I don't have the other one up here. And we printed it in black. So it wouldn't have been worth me to do that. Now, if we get a big order for them, yeah, it's worth me doing it. But just the 1 and 2 thing, it's not worth it. I was so happy to see people wearing my shirt after more than a year, and they still look awesome. Yeah, and if something's screen printed correct, Pam, they last and hold up a long time. They'll hold up the life of a shirt. I bought a mug press and a cat press. I'm considering either a DTF or embroidery machine next. The big thing with DTF, Rooster, is you got to use it every day or the heads clog. Embroidery machine, like, we had a bunch of orders about a month ago, and then my embroidery's been sitting a month. Embroidery you can let sit, and it's not really going to mess nothing up. You just oil it when you start up, you're good to go. The DTF, if you let it sit a month, you're going to need a print head more than likely. So that's the big difference on it is if you're looking at them both and you got to decide. The downside, if you've got like a big hat order and you're doing one at a time, yeah, you're still going to be there a while. Like if you watched Rise Live the other day, I can't think of his name. Man, I know his logo and all is sitting on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, He just got an embroidery machine, and he calculated it's going to take him 3 days at 8 hours a day to get that hat order done because how many stitches it is. So with embroidery, you're only going to knock out so many so quick. That's why I went with the double head, just so that whatever my time would be on a single head, I cut it in half. But even on, like, let's say if you're doing a 100, 200 piece order, you're still there a long time. So payout wise, you're paying per threads normally when you do hats, embroidery, or shirts. The DTF, the nice thing is like that left chest thing. Literally, I ran all them on 2 sheets of a 12 or a 13 by 19. So it was literally a 19 by 19 sheet covered all them left chests that I printed. So if you were printing on, let's say, a smaller one that only does 13 by 19 sheets or rolled, you would have been able to hit them numbers just on 2 sheets. And so to do 100 shirts with 2 sheets of DTF film is pretty impressive. Because, like, if you were screen printing, I mean, and you could have screen printed 100 of them shirts. The difference is on the maintenance ones that the other one has maintenance underneath it. And what we used to do is have the screen printed and then we just tape off the maintenance. Well, then the other one, they started putting other wording underneath it, so we couldn't do that. So then after we cleaned the screen, it made it easier to do the DTFs because you've seen the video. I mean, I could screen print them quicker, but I would have had to burn the screen. The screen's tied up, and it was one of the things we needed them right away. I didn't really feel like printing a negative because I couldn't find it. I looked for it, couldn't find it. There's a bunch of reasons why the DTF was just better to use on that. My sub printer is setting as well, but I'm not running prints, but I do run prints twice a week. Yeah, see, now the other thing, my one sublimation printer, the crazy thing is where I've got a few sublimation printers, the 15,000 that I bought and did the videos with, and that's why I've got some. I did have some. That's why I've got the Asub Ink here. That Asub Ink sent me to do another review on their ink. I got that. Literally, the 15,000 is what I use all the testing on. But Asub Sublimation Ink, guys. But I'm not paid by them or anything. But what it was is that printer has sat over 3 months since the last time because I did videos with it. But on big orders, I use my bigger printer. And believe it or not, I had to do a deep head clean on that. It flushed it out and it ran perfectly. And that printer I've had almost 2 years now or 3, and it still runs perfect, even if it sits up to 3 months. So knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't mess up. But the other thing I had to do is I had to change another waste ink cartridge in it. And that was probably it's not the most expensive. It's $10 for that. But that's kind of the thing where it sat so much, it still does the head clean. And so the sucky thing is I wasted ink right just sitting there. So, and then it fills that cartridge up and it doesn't let you print till you replace it. That is the only issue with the 15,000 if you have it that long, is you're going to have to change the cartridge in it. Amazon has them. They're about 12 to 15 bucks. I think I have a link down below. I don't know. But you can buy them direct from Epson and get free shipping, and they're like 10 bucks. So you can go either way. As long as Epson's still doing the free shipping. If they're not, Amazon's got Prime, so you get it free. But yeah, and like I said, now that ink was free. I actually use the Epson ink and the other one most of the time. I have done tests for other inks, and it's just the reason I stick with the Epson is I haven't had any major issues with it. The Asub, the color profile, it works great. You really don't have to reprofile anything. But it's one of the things, like if you keep changing inks or you're going to see a different color pattern. So stick with what you use if you want to reproduce things so everything comes out the same every time. If you don't mind, change it up. It's not going to hurt nothing. But what I did also, like I was saying here, so here's like that Royal Flush one. And I printed extra just to have them. But you're able to actually print them and have them sitting here. So if I need to print another shirt one, guys, like I've got it sitting here. And then I even got stuff, like I said, where we had the order for these. And what I ended up doing is like I found another color I liked better than the original one. Like we went some darker red. I like the deeper red. So what I did is I darkened the red. The blues are still the same, but I went with the darker red. And that's a nice advantage of DTF is, especially if you own all your equipment, is you're able to print and change things up. Hey, how's it going, Nina? Nini? But yeah, and so that's a great thing. Like the color was fine. I just wanted that slightly darker red. And what it was is like this one I've had sitting here forever. This was the old red. It's not bad. It's just not the G.I. Joe red that I wanted. So I ended up literally just redarkening it when we ran that batch over there. And that's the nice thing. So it's something that you can change on the fly what you want. And it works great. Because like without doing that, like if you're screen printing, you're either gonna have to mix more ink if you don't have that color. If you're mixing your own ink, you're stuck too. But like you can change things up so that you get the color you want. And then like, or if you wanted to change that, and let's say you wanted to flip the colors for some reason and change it, you can. Where when you're screen printing, you can only change certain things. Where on here, you sit at the computer, you hit a few buttons, things are flipped around, and you're good to go. Like I said, the perfect example. Don't pop as much. Yeah, and that's one of the other things too, Rooster. Like the colors, like the brighter red does have a more pop to it. The darker red doesn't have as much pop. But like what it was is I just wanted that red to be more what I would call the more traditional G.I. Joe color instead of the brighter. Like the brighter one's great. Everyone loved it. And doesn't pop as much, or you can calibrate your monitor so that you get closer to the and you can use like the NIX, the NIX system. You can calibrate your monitor to your printer and make sure the colors come out perfect. I haven't gone through and done that just because I'm lazy for one, and I don't want to buy the calibration device. What you can do too, though, is like what I've been doing is, and I've still used these forever. I print me this is a Pantone PMS color chart, and it prints, and you've got the numbers underneath it. So what I do is I print that, and so when someone sends me something, or if I have it in my hand and I want to match it, it's just like pulling a PMS book out, the Pantone book. I look at it, match that color up to what it needs to be, and then I look on here and say, and I always put 187 for the red. So I always like, hey, I like the 187 red, and so that's the red I use. Because what happens with DTF, you don't get deep reds unless you do something like that. The reds just don't come out like they should. Some of your other colors don't. And like when people do DTF, you find out right away that the colors that you have on your screen. Yeah, well, I still have the PMS book somewhere around here. But what ends up happening, it's just like when you sublimate, you don't get certain colors. So what you end up doing is you either, like a good example, like when I showed the jersey here, the We the People, that gold. If you look at my photo, the gold that I have on there is a little bit different. It's still gold. And let me actually pull, here you go. I'll pull up the Freedom one that you've seen right there. There's the gold there. Now, I knew making it that the gold was going to come out as a sublimation gold, so I was fine with it. But like if you were that worried, what you would do is print a sample sheet and get that gold either lighter or darker how you wanted. I knew it was going to come out that color, so I knew with some of my colors on my screens, it wasn't going to be the same for me doing sublimation. And so I went through and changed the colors like on my screen where I knew what I would see when I'd get it. And I was fine with that, knowing that my photo wasn't going to match perfectly. Like I said, I called a different color on the sleeves, the outside, just because I wanted to have a slightly more standoff color. But that's kind of what you have to do on some of the stuff. You're going to have to search the color things, match them for yourself. And that's what happens when you do sublimation. To get skin tones, it's really hard to get them nailed perfect. And what you use to do that isn't going to be the same. Like that photo isn't like, you're not going to use them same settings on, let's say, printing a WD-40 can. You're not going to get the same results using that same one. So you're going to have a different profile for that, or a different blend of colors than you would if you're doing the WD-40 one. And it's just, some of that, it's trial and error, and it's printing it a bunch. But like skin tones are horrible to match. And like I said, I draw mine back, and I've got a little on my profile section. I've got one for skin tones now that I created. It's not perfect if it's for sublimation, but it will get the people content where they're happy with it. I'm a graphics artist by trade, and there's some tricks to the trade. Yeah. And that's the thing, Rooster, is like some of the stuff, hey, quick color, how's it going? It's hard to get certain like tones and colors right. And it's just part of the thing, is like, even when you're screen printing, if you're using like a CMYK or spot color and all that, you might get some of the tones, you're not going to get them all. And so you've got to pick and choose of like what's important, what color's not, what looks better, what doesn't. So if you're doing it at someone's face and you want that face to be as close as you can, them trees might not be as green as they need to be. They might be a little bit darker green or lighter green. You've got to kind of sacrifice something to get the results that you want on some of it. And like I said, some of it will come out close enough where it's fine, it's livable. Some things aren't just right there. You've got to kind of see what's going to work for you or what works best for you and deal with that one. Because like I said, it's just slight differences. But a good example, we did the birthday thing for one of my friends, and I did the Elmo. Well, the yellowish orange that Elmo had was different than the birthday cards that he sent out for his kid's birthday, his first birthday. Well, the thing is they didn't give me a card to match. So the red was like almost on. The yellow I didn't adjust because, and I could have, with that being a spot color image, I could have picked that color and darkened it. It wasn't like a face where you got to adjust the hues and all that stuff. You've seen some of my art. I think they come out pretty close to the prints. Them seems to work out. Yeah. And that's the thing, is like most of the stuff you can, if you've done it a bunch, you can get things to come out where people are happy or content. The hardest thing is if you're just starting out, getting colors where people want, because what will happen too, everyone's got different monitors, and most people work on their monitor, or they'll send like a cell phone pic. And if I held my cell phone up to my monitor here, they're two different colors. And so it's not bad. Got to go. Bye, guys. Thanks, everyone. Good having you, Jesse. Good to see you. But that's the big thing, is getting the colors where they need to be. Because like I said, and there are like the best thing is if you're going to be spot on, get a PMS book, the Pantone book. Coded version is what you're going to use for screen printing because of gloss. But that's the biggest thing, is that people a lot of times, like, they'll use the, hey, we got red, we got blue. They're using like the basic ink colors. They're not doing like matching for you. You do get people, quick color, no way you can match tone, sublimation ink color. Just try your best. Yeah, and like quick color says, the best thing to do is just try your best, get it as close as you can, and get the important thing. Like, for instance, I didn't want this flag to be pink, for instance. So I picked the color that I knew would come out, the deep red that I want. And like I said, and I knew like the flags are navy. I didn't want it to be true navy because like true deep navy blue can be really, really dark. So I was like, hey, I went through and I knew these colors would work great. And like I said, I knew that some of them would come out better than others. And like I said, even when I picked the color for her tattoo, I blended a color that I knew would be just a little bit darker so it would look like a true tattoo. I didn't want it to be like black on there where it wouldn't look like it was on there. I wanted it to be not really subliminal, but I wanted it to blend in like it did. Waldo, I admire your commitment. You're the only guy I know that can pull a 6-hour live with 8 people watching. That's why I got your 6. Yeah, I have a shirt with that on it too. I got your 6. It's a military one I created. But yeah, your Mamaki and HP are 2 different colors for the same files and the same substrate. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Quick color is like you've got to like print your stuff. You've got to line it up. Like the HP has got their own little calibration on there. Mamaki don't. And so the other thing too, with Mamaki, like depending on how you set it up, and here's like they've got their own rip. Mamaki does, as you know, but like if you're depending on how you set it up, that Mamaki you can run. It's got 8 channels on there. Like now, mine's got silver and white. Now the silver and white are pretty much clogged, so I don't print silver. I don't print white. And then it's got CMYK on the other ones, and it's got light magenta and light cyan. But you can actually remove the yellow, or not the yellow. You can remove the silver and the white, and you can put a orange and a green in there. So if you're doing that, or another gray, you can do a different shade of gray. So depending on how you're setting that printer up, if you're running with the 8 colors compared to the 4 colors, you're going to get more color depth. You're going to get more stuff, where if you're only running the 4, you're only going to get a certain result. And that's the thing is, like, as a printer, you've got to look at that and say, hey, how close can I get these colors to what the original piece that they sent you are? And what do I got to do to tweak it? Because like even on a CMYK, you're not getting nowhere near as many colors as you are on an RGB file. Monitors are RGB. And so people, a lot of times they see an RGB file and they're like, hey man, I love this. Well, then you get it. And especially if you're throwing it into like sublimation, you show them and they're like, whoa, you're missing all these. And I'm like, your colors don't exist in the other profile. And so if and like I said, that's where Pantone books come in, because Pantones, you can usually hit them colors or come close. And you can always pull them books out and reference them. It's when you get into the other stuff. And then, like I said, or if you're printing silver and you're doing stickers and all that, your colors you're getting aren't going to be the same if you don't print that silver. And so some of the stuff, like I said, it's nice and it's what I'd call show things. You can do some cool effects. That's like people that print on holographic vinyl or reflective vinyl. Them colors you're getting, you're not going to hit Pantone colors with them because you don't have the white base. And you can use the profiles. And like Quick Color said, my Rasta profile on my Rasta 6 compared to what I'm running on, let's say, like another RIP software, they're not going to be the same, even though the media could be the same. They're both are going to have different profile settings for their RIPs, even though they're both CMYK. If I print that same file on both of them, and hold them up, they are not going to look the same. Each sticker would look slightly different. Most people might not worry about it, but if you're printing for some companies that, like, let's say Budweiser or something like that, they're going to worry. They want you to hit certain colors, certain tones. John Deere is big on that. So that's the thing where, like, getting their original file and then taking a Pantone book and matching and tweaking things so you get it right that way, that's where it's really critical. Nothing is 100% spot on, even if you mix everything exact and change slightly. Well, I will be practicing like crazy. I'm really good at making things work out. Yeah, and that's the thing, Pam. It's kind of too, Pam, like when I brought up them banners. When we did the banners and I got done for you, I was like, hey, make sure they're done in this profile, this setting. And I said some of the colors might tweak a little bit different. And like you said, they came out, they were perfectly fine. They met your expectation and all that. But that's the tricky thing, is like sometimes if the person's not there, you might get one or two pieces that didn't come out perfect. And it's, so if you had like a Pantone thing, you can always match and check, or you can check back. And like some of the things, a lot of it's just like visual appearance, because even like on this stuff, which some old stuff I did, if you guys remember, like this is on reflective. Reflector. This is, so this is on a silver metal, so it's the same as on the back. So you don't have white. So like the colors and the depths that you get isn't the same. And like that mirror or that photo does no justice to that image. But compared to two, or like my Yoda, great colors, but there's some depths that you miss, like the signature on the actual photo. This is some artwork I had done, and the original photo, it does pop a little bit better, but now the lightsaber on this metal pops 10 times better than it did in the real photo. So, but that's the big thing, is like you got to pick and choose what you want it to show up better. And then like here's one. This is a metallic or a shimmer. It's got shimmer in the background of the vinyl or on the metal. And the funny thing is like the city was dark and it has that orange hue. And so, but like the crazy thing is these are both the same image. And just by printing on different medias, you can see like the difference between them, like which one pops more and which one doesn't on the road and all that. And they both are the same print. They're just different background medias that I printed on. And then, of course, this is a piece of wood that I laminated. The wood had a crease in the middle, if you guys remember some of this stuff. But it just gives you an example of what you can do and how you can do it to get different results. I can give you an idea what your candy paint will look like with metallic base, and you can change your opacity of your layers and build on it. Yeah, and that's like a perfect example, like where the guy does, like when you brought candy paint up too, because that's like this is candy painted, it's translucent, and he didn't use, it's the same paint that he used from top to bottom. He just went more coats on the bottom and feathered it in and less up top. So what it does, it gives this bottom this really dark metallic, because the base, and then the top's translucent. And all it is from layering it up. And like, of course, painting candies on cars are like the hardest thing to do. But that's the thing, because if you can't retouch it up, because you're never going to get the coats exact, you can blend things in. But like one too many, or if you overlap more, all that stuff shows on that stuff. And certain things will show worse than others. Like I said, sublimation's more forgiving. Skin tones aren't. They're pretty bad on getting skin tones right. But that's one of the big things, is just getting your colors and your profile set up how you are happy with it and your customers are happy. Because at the end of the day, them are the people buying your product. So like if my customer didn't like the blue that I had, like on the other one, they're not going to come back, or they're not going to buy. So the big thing is finding what color makes them happy, and then kind of make sure you keep them happy. Print what they want, what they like. At the end of the day, them are the people that pay your bill. What I might like might not sell. And I've got clothing lines, and I've got some stuff that I loved. I thought it was my best design I've ever came up with. Stuff didn't sell, but maybe 1 to 2 pieces. Then I got other ones that I threw together in like 10 seconds, and that stuff, it's almost hard to keep in stock. And it wasn't that I didn't, like, when I created it, I put as much effort in it, but like it was just so basic, and I was like, hey, no one's gonna buy this. It's just super basic and simple, but that simplicity actually brought people like, hey, I like this. It was just, it got the point across. It's perfect. The color match. You can do different colorways. So the big thing is find what the customer wants, not what you want. Candy on cars is hard because you have to walk the full length of the car and can't do panel by panel. Yeah, cars are horrible. Like I said, I give them people credit doing that and getting it to blend in. And like I said, candy's bad enough. It looks awesome though when it's done right. But like I said, it can be a nuisance too. But thanks everyone for showing up. We hit the 2-hour mark, and like Rooster said, the only person I apparently can talk with 9 people or less for 2 hours and not stop. So thanks everyone for stopping in. Hit the thumbs up buttons if you found it informative or helpful. If not, hit the thumbs down. Lets me know too, but I might need to change. If you guys got any questions too, leave them in the comments below, or shoot me an email. My email's down there too. I will try to answer and help you guys out. Ask Pam. I get back with her every time. I mean, I might not get back that day sometimes, but I usually will get back with you. I will answer anyone's email and comments, and I try to help out anyone any way I can. So if you got any questions or anything, guys, let me know, and I will try to help you. So shoot me a message down below. Like, subscribe, and follow, guys. If you got to buy anything off of Amazon, use one of my links. It helps me out. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for everything you guys do. Waldo 2413. I'm out.